And they got a lot of, there's actually a place where they put up that Christmas tree, and I don't think they use it for much else except people hanging around and for parties and stuff like that. But I want you to know that you only have 2 more days to apply for our $1,000 grant. And this is for Let's Go Help members only. So if you're interested, I got the links in the description there, how to join. And to join Let's Go Help, it's like $20 and that's it. And I help you find government grants on anything. But every month now we've been giving out, well, now it's up to $20,000 a month to individuals, and $500 grants and $1,000 grants. So there's about 30 people going to get the grants, and it ends tomorrow on the 4th of October is the last day to apply for the October 4th grant. Makes sense, huh? And it's so easy. I'm trying to make people not to be shy of applying for a grant, because this is the easiest grant ever. And so it's like a training grant for you to apply to. So you can learn how to apply for grants by applying for ours. And I don't know what she was talking about. And it's anybody could apply. And you just say what you would do with $1,000. And we pick out about 30 winners now. And we only have we don't get a whole lot of applications, tell you the truth. I don't know, people don't know about it yet. And members, so the chances of getting it are higher than probably any other grant out there. It looks like now with the application we have so far, you have a 10% chance of winning. And usually in these things you have a 0.003 chance of winning or something like that. I mean, it's just, fighting big odds. And so the odds on this, certainly, it's not a guarantee you get it, but it's a easier guarantee than anything else that's on the internet. And it's more so for you to learn how to start applying for again. Then we show you who won. You can see the applications. You can see it's all open source. We want to train people on how to do this. And actually, we have a training program now that we also give money to, like $200 a week we're giving to 2 people who show us who they contacted in the following week. And those that do the most contacts get a reward, $200 for 2 people. We do that every week. So we have a monthly grants, we have weekly grants, and so that's a lot of grants, at least for a little business like ours. I mean, we're not so big Fortune 500 company. You're going to apply for what? Facebook grants for your business. Man, they got millions and millions of applications, and so they give out a couple hundred. I don't even know, but the odds are a hell of a lot less in going to one of these than us. And it's really a way to teach people anybody can apply. You don't need a grant writer. You don't need anything. You don't need to have an inside job to get it or something. I don't even choose. It's my business, but they took the power away from me. Well, actually, I put it in the hands of about 6 or 7 people that decide as a group, so they can't. Nobody can take a friend that way, because they have to, let the whole group know who they think should get it. And so it's a self-monitoring kind of thing. I don't know. I'm gonna walk by those flags again. I showed you as soon as I get across the street. We're leaving the side of the block that the White House is on, going to cross the street, which is called Constitution Ave. I keep forgetting. There's Independence and Constitution. They're both big avenues that split the Washington Monument Mall on both sides. And boy, it's a busy day. Maybe it's some nice weather or something. I'll try to put we had a party at the apartment building we threw in the driveway of the apartment building. That was great fun, man. We had hundreds and hundreds of people there. We only have 70 people in the building. And it was great. Afternoon, music. We had 5 people that played music. And it was great. I've never been so social in my whole life. In the suburbs, I was the sort of kind of guy just stuck to myself. I had work to do, And now I I think it's what you people that I now, that's when I used to do books and things like that. I was remote from people. And now helping people one-on-one on Let's Go Help. I mean, I spend my whole day really helping people one-on-one. And that's much more rewarding than writing a book and doing talk shows and having people buy the book and I never knew who they are, what they do, how they do it, what they use it. So you give me information about what I should do because I want to help other people, and the only way to do that, I got to know what the problems are or how you perceive the problem. How I would perceive a problem that you have is probably different than how you perceive it, but I have to make sure I get it into your language so you're not you're more likely to take advantage of it or use it or whatever. I mean, that's my fault, and that's my job, is to try to put it into language that's understandable for you and makes it accessible, because it is there for all of us. And my problem is that the rich people already know this, and they work and hire people like I used to be for thousands and thousands of dollars to get these things. You don't need that. If a schmuck like me who flunked English in college could figure this out, anybody could figure it out. And it's just learning a language. I mean, you figured out how to finally use the internet. You figured out how to finally drive a car. We figure out those things in life. And this is an important part of your life now. It is what the government has available, and it's going to be more. I mean, they're talking about another $2 or $3 trillion of programs right now. And I'll maybe talk about this a little later. But that's coming. So all these programs, and to solve problems. And it's usually, they're talking about now is problems aimed at the lower income or middle income people who need it more than anybody. That's my frustration. The rich people find out about all these things and take advantage of. And the people who really use them, don't know about it or how. They're taught that the government is bad. Yeah, maybe. I'm bad too at times. Yeah, we all are. But if people, if that's all you hear, a bad thing, you're not going to do it. And that's silly, but understandable. So it's me. I think I'm the only guy in Washington who says something good about the government. So you got all the media telling you how the government screwed up today. And it's true stuff. Yeah, we all screw up. And something being this big, it's easy to find fault with. But if you need help, I mean, I'm not saying this is good stuff. I don't know. I don't care. All I know is it's possible to help to solve problems or financial problems, or not be thrown out of your house and all these things. And by the way, now more and more people are going to face eviction, and to get free help with eviction, go to this website. Just shelter, SHELTER. Oh, you see all those flags here? That's 700,000 flags, one for each died in the pandemic. So it's just JUSTSHELTER.org. And see, that's it. If you're looking for help and you don't have money to get help, you got to stay away from .coms and all the other dots, except .gov, G-O-V, and .org, O-R-G. They're the people that don't have to get your money. And it's hard to find them in Google. I mean, Google doesn't say they're not on the site. They are, but you'll never find them, because the people who want to get your money pay Google to make sure you see their stuff. And that's what's important. And what we have to do is teach other people how to find these programs and sites and free help. Otherwise, you're going to be just finding the people who want to get money from you instead of give money to you. It's going to take effort on your part. That's fine. Life is, putting some effort in it. You can't sit on the beach all day for the rest of your life anyway. That gets boring. It's a nice, relaxing. I'm not against sitting on the beach. We got to recharge your batteries to go out and do something for yourself to improve your own life or improve other people's lives. And that's the important job I think we all have. Oh, I'm next to the Washington Monument. Remember that? See how tall it is? I mean, that was closed for a couple of years too. But all the people I know you see in the back, there are a lot of people down here today. It's nice. Nice Sunday. Good to be alive, only because I don't know what the alternative is like. Maybe painful to get there, but I don't know if they're giving this much fun out that you can, but there's also pain in life. And that's why it's, if you're doing something, even if it doesn't work, to me is a way to soothe and also to have, you know, humor about it, because it's shitty. So if you don't make fun out of it, man, you're never gonna last. And another thing is how you affect other people. And that's what's, you know, good and bad about the world is there's other people. And like anything, cars are good and bad, but you know, how we use them is important. So that's why I never dreamt I'd be giving away grant money for people. You know, I thought I'd only have to use what I found out about this government to feed myself. But now, because of you, I find I can do more than that. And so that's why I want to, you know, give grants. And if I give more, we have more successful, you know, group, then we'll give more grants. I mean, it's silly. I mean, you know, this town is so hypocritical because they all make lots of money. They don't have to worry about helping people who don't have money, you know. And so what they do is spend all their time trying to figure out how the people with the money can make more money. And if you change the law so you can make more money, that's easier than think of a new service or a new idea or a new product or whatever that people need, that you can make money from that. People will pay for things, but no, it's easier, instead of creating a new idea that helps people and people will give you money to get the help. That's what I feel I'm doing, that, you know, there's a way to give, and that's why I want to make it as cheap as possible, $20. People are telling me, no, you can't, you have to charge $1,000 a month. You know, that's not who I want to help. If somebody could afford me $1,000 a month, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that can, I don't want to help them. They don't need my help. That's no fun. And so that's why those people who can come to Washington and try to get more money. You know? And they don't even need it. What are they going to do? They got a bigger car or whatever. You know? And people, I know, members, you know, $500 is solves a lot of problems immediately. $1,000 solves a lot of problems immediately. And that's why we have the grant program, to help with those little problems. And that's why, at least initially, and as you learn how to use the system better, learn how to get a higher paying job, learn, you know, what programs are available to help you do that, learn even non-government programs that are there. I mean, boy, you start a business in this country with not government, not programs, no nothing. And there's help to help you think through how to do that. And that's what I'm trying to teach also, how to create your own income. Because that's what it's all about. We have bills to pay. We have to try to support ourselves. I mean, everybody can't do it. We have to take care of them. And that's always, that's always an argument, but life's too short, at least for me at my age, to argue. I can't solve all the problems, and I know I'm not right about everything. So if you say I'm wrong at something, that's fine. I know I'm wrong about a lot of things. I've written 100 books and only 10 made money. So there, I know I'm only right 10% of the time. That's like everything. I feel that maybe there's only 10% of the applications we get will get money. Yeah. I work at doing this for 30, 40 years now or more. And no matter how hard I think about it, I think about it 24 hours a day, that I'm only right 10% of the time. So 10% is pretty good. It's not like baseball. I think 30% is pretty good. Yeah. You're 300 batting average, and that's pretty good. But the important thing is you learn the system, and this is what it is. It's not right, it's not wrong, it is. Maybe wrong, maybe right. I don't care if it's right or wrong. It is, and if this can help you solve a problem, believe me, anybody with a lot of money finds every one of them for them. And this is not a shameful occupation or whatever. I mean, politically, some people, I've heard it all in 20, 30 years. I mean, there's a lot of people hate the government no matter what they do. Fine, I understand. There is a lot of hate.
Cool.
And I hate being told what to do. So that's what I like really about America. I can dress like an idiot and a clown and still be able to feed myself. So it's fun. 2 more days. October 4th is over, okay? And we're gonna choose people, okay? But you have to play to win. And actually, if you just fill out an application, you get a whole bunch of stuff. Because when you fill out an application you need money for like to fix your roof or something like that. Well, not only do I put in your application, I also show you other possibilities for getting money to fix your roof. Yeah, so that's why I do it. I'm trying to really hear more questions that people have. You need money for paying utility bills. Well, I'll show you, I'll train, I'll say, okay, your application is in, and all you need is a couple sentences to tell us, 1 if you want, or 10 if you want. It's up to you, whatever you're in the mood for, but give it from the heart so we get to know you better. And so in addition to your application, I'll show you a bunch of other places, possibilities to get money to pay your utilities or your rent or your mortgage or your business or your real estate or buying a house. There's another program I talked about. God, in Maryland, they have a program. If you have student debt and want to buy a house, they'll pay off $30,000 of your student debt if you buy a house in Maryland. Anywhere in Maryland, doesn't matter. And then they give you a $5,000 grant for closing costs. Now that's cool. How would you know that? How would I know that? Wow. So it's stuff like that you have to take the effort to try to find. They're not going to come to your door and tell you. They don't have money to advertise on Google. So it takes you time to learn the system, where programs like this are likely to be, and start investigating and doing research. Right now, most people don't know. They know the government is the Department of Motor Vehicles and the IRS. And little do you realize the government represents over 1/3 of everything in our country. And most of the payment we do for that goes out to individuals. I really have good intentions on helping my community. So it's huge. 1/3 of everything in the country. If you want to ignore it, it's fine. But if you want to solve some problems or whatever, the government, see, they're politicians and they're supposedly doing what their voters want. So they do it because they listen to the voters, and if they give them what they want, maybe they'll keep their job. That's what it's all about. And sometimes, of course, they could sneak things in. That's just for 1 or 2 voters. But well, that happens in anything. So you live with it. But it's not all of it going that way. And if you don't try, you're never going to win. If you don't try, also, you'll never learn the system. It's saying, oh, I could play baseball. And you go out there and never played baseball before and try to hit a ball. And that's hard. So you got to learn to hit the ball. Now you may not hit a home run all the time, but start getting singles and doubles. And then you build up, hey, maybe I could do that. And you work on it. Everything takes effort. So let me help you. I want nothing else I want to do for the rest of my life. And I hope I have 10, 15 or more years to do this. So I'll be here. And I hope, oh, look at these guys are going to play soccer. And they all have rabbit ears. I don't know. I may show you here. See? What are the ears for?
Zebras.
Zebras. Cool. See? Thank you.
The Dazzle has migrated.
It's a fun community. What I like about Washington, you don't have to be rich. I mean, like New York, you have to be real rich or real poor to survive in those cities. Maryland and Washington, D.C., it's sort of middle class, and it's an international city. So if the garbage strike happens in Washington, it's not on the front page of the Post. The White House is here. What they do is more important than the garbage strike. And so that's it. So it's not very parochial, and it's easier, I think, at least for me to live in. Well, guys, I got to get back, and I was doing this porch fest that I was doing all day yesterday, because at our condominium, we have about 70 units, and the community we live in called Adams Morgan, they had something called porch. Like on your front porch, there was music on front porches. 60 front porches had music yesterday from like 2 to 6, and they each had 4 or 5 bands, and that's what we did, and just had so many people, on our front porch all day long, hundreds and hundreds. It was fun. Our little sleepy old building. A lot of old farts in it like me, a lot of young people. It's a good mix of people. And it's warm and friendly. It's not one of these fancy glass, jails, or whatever you call them, that people live in. So more down-to-earth people, and it's fun. And I try to get people to be more community oriented and help each other, just to be friendly. I don't care what you do, just to be nice. That's the important thing. And that's why even the people that work in the Let's Go Help, that help you with questions and things like that, I don't even care what they say. They know a lot of stuff that even I don't know. I don't tell them what they say. I just tell them, be nice. Help people. Because we all need that more than anything else. So I hope to see you soon. I hope you apply. You have one more day. The 4th, October 4th is the last day to apply. Midnight on October the 4th. And then it'll take us about a week or so usually to figure out who won. Because we got 7 people deciding together. And we don't get into a room anymore and do that, so it's all online. I'll see you then. And if you don't win this time, you apply next month. Easy. We're going to give out 20 grand again next month. Wow, I was just thinking, boy, if we keep doing that, that's like $250,000 in a year. Man, that's big money, at least to me. Maybe not to you guys, but it sounds big to me. Talk to you soon.